Hello and welcome to Smack in the Middle 2024. We're here for the finals, folks. We got two insane teams. I'm Alex. Joining me is Gavin, and
Hello.
I am so excited. Gavin, what can you tell me about these teams?
I mean, we got Jumbotron on one side. I just watched them beat Demon Bays. This is a passing team that will adjust their play style depending on if they have the lead or not. Very intelligent, wily vets.
Yeah, and Chris Hammersley's been on a tear to get to this final. But on the other side, we got the undefeated so far Pupusa power. That's Diego from Austin, Gabe from New York, and Olsen from Boston. Fearsome. And they won the winners bracket final when they met before. But you can support videos like this. Shout out to all of our sponsors. And if you want to help us out at patreon.com/connectbikepolo.
Another big one here. Big shout out to Gabe. Everyone, do your best. Support Gabe. Send him a nice message. Tell him you're thinking of him. He's in this game. We're all cheering for him. And make sure you check out the links in the description to this video. There are some links there that you can support Gabe there as well. We'd really appreciate it if you did. From all of us here at Connect, we're cheering for you, Gabe.
Yeah, shout out Gabe. And there he is, getting ready for the finals of Smack in the Middle 2024.
So this is like the first final, right?
This is the first final.
Pupusa Power losers, they get another go at it.
Yeah, absolutely. This is Pupusa Power, still haven't lost yet. And Gabe does not lose that joust. He was so fast coming out there.
I mean, they didn't even try. They're like, oh, it's Gabe. I guess we'll just let him have it.
Yeah, I think when you get that launch, that's what happens sometimes. And it's going to be Diego gathering the ball on the board. It's a bit of a slow start. I mean, Gabe had that opportunity off the joust, but you got to imagine both of these teams just want to slow things down, control the pace a little bit. Gabe with the pivots. Ooh, Chris gets his
block. It works. Looking for a shot here. He's got to make something against Diego in one-on-one.
Arlen back to Chris. Oh my gosh, such a good pass.
That's a tight angle at that point, though.
Chris doesn't miss shots like that often. And Chris was an absolute menace getting here. Like, he's been scoring from those types of spots over and over again, but not against a team like Pupusa Power.
Yeah. Gabe controlling the ball here, looking for something. Looks like he got Arlen a little too deep there. Tried to get around Chris, but Arlen gets back in the picture just in time to shut that down.
Arlen goes for the behind the back pass, but Gabe is right there to collect that. Goes for another scoop. Oh, Gabe wipes himself out on that middle section. It's just a little dusty and you can lose that traction on the rear wheel. 3-on-1. Julian can't control it into the corner.
Looks like a pedal strike from Gabe there. He really turned that corner quick. I wouldn't be surprised.
So much power, so much speed. We see it here. Big shot. That hit Chris up high. I bet you that hurts. And Gabe gets the rebound.
Gabe is all over the place this game, just showing the legs.
And yet, Chris coming away with the ball. There's a dab. Diego got into him a little bit. Gabe tosses it up to Diego. Diego's looking. And Chris comes back. Gabe in close, fakes. Julian blocks that. But Pupusa Power come away with the ball.
Diego trying to make something happen here, coming back to his own zone, looking for a teammate maybe. Oh!
Diego, big jackknife. Fake shot from Chris, and it's going to be Arlen walking it in one-on-one. Doesn't get it to go.
Olsen top of the ball there.
Olsen out of the net from Boston. Olsen's one of the fastest players off the dribble. Gets by. Arlen takes it in close, and Chris is able to grab that.
Somebody take a shot.
Olsen's got some legs. He plays on a low ratio, and he's ready to explode at any moment.
Probably the lightest bike with the touchiest brake. If you ever get a chance, Olsen's brake is dialed. And works in a bike shop, knows what he's doing. But here's Gabe with some fancy stick handling. Gets Arlen going both ways. Shot Arlen with the block.
Tried to feed Arlen's auto bracket gap there. That was
a good defense. Yeah, that was Gabe really controlled offensive possession and just better defense from Arlen. Both of these teams really feeling each other out. No one's taking too crazy of gambles. Chris gets some space, gets in close, forehand, finds the back of the net. Chris hammers him.
Another one by Chris. You see here, Gabe goes for like the back check here. He's going to try to scoot back to get that and gives up the rear wheel. Diego comes out, but Chris is able to get around that challenge and put one between the goalie's wheels. See here, there's the pause. He's flat-footed, hopping, which gives Chris the momentum he needs to get by him. And then beats Diego.
I mean, Chris just
wheels.
What are you going to do when he just goes through your whole team like that?
Just that second of hesitation from Gabe there is all it took. for Chris to have the advantage he needed.
They gave him 1 second in the middle of the court, and that was all they needed. Looks like our referee is going to pick up some debris on the court. Got to clean the space up. No
Thank you
vaping
to all the
allowed.
refs.
Olsen with a rocket off the joust. Here's Diego in close. Just wide. And Chris centers it. Almost put it in his net.
And I put things in the net like that before. Not a good feeling.
No. Man, Chris lives dangerously. And Julian's going to send that deep. It's going to be Diego and Chris battling for it. Chris goes down again. Having a hard time staying on his... Both teams actually having a hard time staying on their bike. Diego coming the other way. A little slow. Gets by Arlen.
Forehand. Yep.
Oh,
there we go.
Got him.
Takes advantage of Chris being dabbed here to get the one-on-one against Arlen. Makes Arlen choose the side. Arlen does, and gives Diego a forehand. You'll see it here.
Diego, Chris even got back into this play, and Diego's just such a good job of splitting it. Arlen does his best to get back, and Diego is, he's just been here before. That's experience.
Diego walks him all the way to the crease and makes Arlen choose a side. And with Chris out of position, I mean, he just has to go behind the rear wheel and put one forward.
We're tied. And whoa, dangerous shot from Arlen. Almost got it right back. As Julian is able to center that, and Jumbotron hold on to the possession. Oh, I spoke too soon here. It's like they're battling for it on the boards, and yeah, it's going to be Julian that comes away with it.
No goalie right now, notably.
Julian's one of the quarterback players in Bike Polo, always looking for those stretch passes, looking to dime up his teammates. Doesn't find it there. Diego goes for the full court shot. That one's wide, but I like the effort. If you're going to play 3 up, you got to punish it.
I'd take that for sure, especially with Chris placing the rear wheel right there. Really well defended, and Diego took what the defense gave him.
Yeah, and the way Chris is turning people over and scoring on these counterattacks, maybe it's better to just take these long shots. Speaking of which, Diego
teammate here, backhand shot.
Wow, Julian turned that away. That's that shot came out of nowhere, but that's sneaky, powerful shot right there.
Stretch pass to Julian. We're trading backhands from bad angles here. I mean, very impressive by Gabe to actually get that last one on net from where he was.
Yeah, and Diego gets by Chris. He's got Julian in front. Chris back in, but Diego holds onto the ball. You can see both of these teams, they're really controlled. These teams, we've seen some more explosive play styles in the past, but both of these teams are kind of slowing it down, making it count. Diego in the crease. Arlen steers it away.
Bounces up, but Arlen's able to put the body in the way. Great through pass by Gabe.
That's the kind of offense these teams are trying to create. Julian rips.
Big rip. Is that in the net?
That's in the net. He did a magic trick. What happened here?
Okay.
All right, Julian, cross half.
Big rip.
And I guess it's just in the net.
Top corner.
Olsen looking down. Let's see this.
Did we get it? This is a fast shot.
Yeah, from half. I'm doing the same thing as Olsen right now. Just look at that ball.
It must have just gone just under his seat there. Yeah. Wow, 2-1 for Jumbotron with a massive half-court rip. Julian saw lane and took advantage.
I'm here saying Julian's more of a quarterback, and he's like, oh yeah, watch this.
Yeah.
He's not trying to get an assist there. He just, from half.
I'm excited to see a Pupusa power response to this.
Gabe's going to walk it in. Jumbotron give up a lot of real estate. Diego in the crease. Goes for the Scorpion Sidewinder. And
is Chris like talking to someone over the boards there?
I don't know. It's getting pretty rowdy out here. And I mean, Chris has just been on a tear, so I wouldn't blame him if he's talking to people. Here he goes around, gets one. Here's the second one, can't find the shot. Diego did a great job to not get caught again in that position and actually steer Chris away from the net that time.
Closed the space really well, forced Chris to take the line he originally committed to, didn't let him get back to his backhand side.
Here's Diego, walking Arlen back in, nice and controlled, reset, backhand. I like that, keep him honest. Arlen thinking about the quick shot, goes for the pass, finds Chris, one to beat. Chris
goes for Arlen. A lot of mustard.
Yeah. Chris somehow intercepts that. And we're going to see Diego with the double team. Comes up
Turnover,
Diego,
breakaway.
breakaway. Julian.
Stuffed by Julian. Wow.
How many times do you see Diego get a breakaway like that and you just automatically count the goal?
More times than not, I'm going to be honest. And it was a clean turnover pick.
Yeah.
A lot of time to make something happen there. And now he's going to be patient and walk it back in. Great backhand.
Julian is maintaining that Jumbotron lead, but this is relentless pressure from Diego and Gabe. Both of them, like, so good. I mean, everyone in this game is good, but man, how do you deal with a two-headed monster like this?
The patience by Diego, just making the defense pick and then finding a good shot. Like, there's another one. Like, just waiting for a mistake.
Yeah, Gabe down low, trying to make the defense move. He's going to come around. Has Arlen in the crease. Doesn't get it. Chip shot.
Beautiful play. Beautiful play.
This is just relentless pressure from Pupusa power.
And the no-leg Selly.
Yeah, let's see this. Gabe down low, gets Arlen reaching the wrong way. Arlen doesn't quite get it behind his back, and then it's not the most powerful shot, but Julian's not expecting it, and it just beats him.
I mean, like, before this play, like, Gabe goes back net to pull Chris to the other side. He pivots to go back against Arlen and gets Arlen facing the wrong way, which allows him to feed that ball through the wheels there. I love that behind the net play.
Absolutely. We're halfway through.
Great one.
And we're tied. We're tied, folks. Olsen trying to find Gabe, can't get it. Chris spins around, and Diego comes up with it. Gets around Arlen. That's an empty net. That was back-to-back.
Good challenge. Oh, Chris is saying Mal was under the wheel there.
Chris has something to say here. Let's take a look at this replay. Gavin, what do you see?
I don't see. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Gabe's mallet may have been under Chris's wheel on that replay from my view.
Yeah, let's take a look at this other angle here.
This is a better angle.
Olsen plays it up. Okay, let's see. Chris gets his wheel on it. Man, this is going to be like a Chris highlight play. Somehow, if you look at how far away that ball was, Chris gets his mallet on there. I think Gabe's mallet makes contact with Chris's wheel when he's trying to reset it. Great pressure from Diego to create this opportunity. Whether or not there's interference on Gabe there, this is Diego just the tiniest amount of space getting by Julian to create that open net look.
I mean, did he touch the wheel? Like,
did he?
Yes.
Did he not? So we got a video review happening here. It looks like the referee is someone was filming this game, and it looks like our referee is actually going to the monitor to do a review. How do you feel about this?
I personally don't like this. I think, you know what? There probably wasn't no video replay in all the other games that led up to this, so why would we do it here?
Well, we're doing it here. Let's take a look. This is the play. Let's rewind that and take a look here. Watch Gabe's mallet.
How does this impact Chris, though? How does this?
Oh, it looks like his front wheel maybe moves a little bit right when he's trying to make that pass that gets picked. Like, if that changes it so that Diego can get the piece of it. But either way, the ref agrees. Incidental contact. Goal is going to stand.
I think he would have scored it anyways. I don't think that did anything.
It's really tough. I mean, there's no way a referee's making that call without the replay. But if I'm Chris and I just turned the ball over when someone lifted my front wheel with their mallet, you know I'm talking to the ref too.
Oh yeah, he's got every right to be upset there. We're going to see some 3-up maybe from Jumbotron. We haven't seen this look from them yet.
Yeah, Jumbotron. They want to get one back, and Chris has been. I want to see Chris. I want to see Angry Chris go attack him.
There's no such thing.
Diego, full court, finds it. You said we were getting that 3-up, and this is the downside of that.
Yeah, they didn't really have a solid last back here. Arlen and Julian kind of in the same zone of the court, if you're looking here.
I mean, they're both in front of Diego, though. Diego threads a needle to find this net all the way.
It's a beautiful shot.
Yeah, I mean, this is why it's dangerous to play 3-up against players like Diego, Gabe, and Olsen. But at the same time, I think Jumbotron, they're probably okay with that. They just didn't go their way this time. That's a huge momentum shift in the last 10 seconds of gameplay. Oh, we got an advantage here.
So, I mean, there's still plenty of time left in this game. We saw a little bit of like a scoop, like set play here.
All right, let's see this. So this was ruled a high stick ball turnover. Diego definitely batted it out of the air, but I think Diego's saying there was no one around him when he touched it. Let's take a look. Honestly, it's 10 feet, I believe.
And
I
Gabe's
think.
right there.
Well, no, Gabe's right there, but Chris is probably more than 10 feet away from him.
What's the rule here? I think it's any player.
Is it any player? Well, either way, it doesn't matter. It's Jumbotron ball. The referees made their call.
Thank you to all the refs.
They're not going to the monitor for this one.
The clock is ticking, though. Let's play.
Yeah, let's get some bike polo happening here. Jumbotron, they could use that ball anyway. Here comes Arlen. Drop to Julian. Olsen gives him a bump. No call there. Olsen down low. Back to Diego.
Use your teammates.
Diego rips it. Chris gets a piece of it. He's going to bat that down. And we got another whistle here, folks. I think, let's take a look at this. This might be another high stick on Chris. I mean, let's see. If you call, high stick ball turnover. If you call the first one, you got to call this one too, right?
Yeah, you do. I mean, it's extremely similar.
Yeah. Well, both teams with unfortunate high sticks. I kind of like the idea that you can just play the ball. I don't think either of those were particularly dangerous, but that's just my 2 cents.
Thank you to all the refs out there. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I respect that second call is really tough. There's been no whistles for a long time, and to make a second call like that keeps it fair, keeps it consistent. But that is it's hard to blow the whistle that second time.
Okay, we got just under 4 minutes here to go. 2 goals in 4 minutes. That's nothing, especially for a team as talented as Jumbotron.
Yeah, we just saw them put up 5 on Demon Bays in the semifinals. So, but here's Diego with some real estate. Julian steers him away. Arlen's going to collect. Lots of time left in this game.
Looking to make something happen here. You can see him looking up court. He's trying to find Chris right now.
He's trying to get that play. Chris was definitely deep looking for a pass. Here's Chris. There's the pass. Arlen one-timer doesn't go.
Beautiful
but
play.
He holds on to the ball.
Beautiful play. Drop pass and then roll to the net, and Chris will find you.
Yep. Jumbotron valuing their possession, holding on to it. Chris with the long shot. And that's going to find its way to Arlen off the boards. I think both of these teams are doing these boards passes.
I mean,
centers
big shots make big rebounds, and that's oftentimes the best way to shift the defense and make something happen.
Unless you're Julian and you're just going to can it from half like you got that second Jumbotron.
Well, I mean, that's the preferred outcome.
Yeah, I think you take those. Here's a dump pass. Looks like Chris was not able to get to it, and Pupusa Power finally get the possession back.
Good challenge by Arlen. You're going to have to be a bit aggressive here.
Gabe down low. Yeah, Jumbotron going to have to do some forechecking here. There's Chris trying to. Diego to Gabe. Back to Diego. Diego's in close. He's going to wisely hold on to the possession. Plays it around Chris. That seems pretty... I don't know if Chris is the kind of player I'd be dangling the ball like that around, but Diego's nothing if not confident. And he still has the ball.
They're not going to give it up unless it's a really good opportunity.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Arlen forecheck. Gabe is going to come away with that. Very patient, controlled play by Pupusa Power, and we got another
Here's
Diego breakaway.
Bang. Through the wheels.
Diego.
Well done.
There we go. Now, it's worth noting this game isn't over at 5. We're playing to time. So Jumbotron still have a chance, but this got to feel like the nail in the coffin.
I mean, what we're seeing here is like getting down that goal completely shifted Jumbotron's play. Like they all of a sudden had to play more aggressively to try to get it back. That didn't work. They're still challenging really hard. Like Chris is really taking some risks here to make something happen from the 2. And on that one, I mean, Diego gets by him and gets a breakaway.
This might be the biggest turning point in the game I've ever seen. Just instantly 3 goals feels like for Pupusa Power. But I don't think Jumbotron are done. Here's Chris coming around short side. All 3 Pupusa Power players trying to guard him there, and I don't blame them. But we got Gabe running the boards. Gabe, one to beat. It's Chris, and Chris gets just enough. It would be ugly if Gabe got that one. And you can see Jumbotron swarming. Julian has the ball down low. Let's see if Jumbotron can get back into this. Big forecheck by Gabe. Relentless with the energy.
Yeah, Gabe causing all kinds of issues for those guys in the back end there. Great forecheck by Gabe.
But here we go. Chris is by. One-timer from Julian. That one doesn't go. But Julian's going to put another one on the net. Arlen's going to try to grab that rebound. Double teamed along the boards. Arlen finds Chris. Chris in front. Gets the rebound. Finds the net.
Ah, that's a nice
They're
one.
not done.
I want to see that.
not done yet.
How does he snake this one in? Okay, balls along the boards.
All right, Arlen with the pass.
Pops up.
Oh, Chris tips it behind his back to himself.
That's so pretty. The Koyo touch.
Oh my goodness. The Koyo self pass.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't go on the first one, but there's a one-time rebound. And yeah, just do that, folks. what a goal.
I mean, you put the ball into the crease and weird bounces happen, and if you're there with a long mallet, you can smack it home. So we got 2 goals and 30 seconds left. I have seen comebacks bigger than this.
Yeah, this is not it's definitely not over. I like that. Diego just crosses half to get the clock started, and Gabe's gonna wind it down. Wow,
in challenge.
Front. He's gonna try to put another one in. Gets turned away. I like that.
I know you gotta gamble. So you gotta pick good spots to do
it. Diego controlling it. Another full court shot. This one goes wide. It looks like time is going to wind down on this game. Pupusa Power undefeated.
Good game. Lots of fun.
Looks like Pupusa Power smack in the middle, 2024 champions, and nothing but love and respect between the players on these teams.
Huge battle there. I mean, like, that was quite the final. Yeah, I can understand maybe there's some frustration from Jumbotron. Certain calls may not have gone their way, but at the end of the day, I mean, Pupusa Power went undefeated throughout the whole tournament. They had already beaten Jumbotron once in this event, and they did it again solidly here.
Yeah, let's see Pupusa Power absolutely celebrating here. And, Chris Hammersley himself is the one that said, if you play a hard-fought game and at the end of it, it comes down to one call that didn't go your way, then that means it was a great game and you could have won it or lost it.
Absolutely.
And in this case, Pupusa Power, definitely the ones that won it. And hats off, congratulations to these gentlemen.
Big congrats, Pupusa Power. Well deserved.
Let's listen into these awards. Shout out to T and Pedal Junkies for throwing an amazing event. Yeah.
You ready, Mark?
That's going to be it, folks. What an amazing tournament. Shout outs, Pupusa Power, Jumbotron, and Demon Bays for the podium. And just so much love to everyone that makes these events happen.
Like, watching these games, like, just incredible level of bike polo being played, so many different styles of polo being played, and we're just lucky enough to get to watch it. And that's my favorite part.
Yeah, and that being said, smack in the middle 2025. It's on your calendars, folks. See you there.